How to get a ton of Facebook likes for $1 a day. Facebook has quickly become one of the most powerful ways you can increase awareness of your business, restaurant, practice, brand, service, product, or book. There's no other advertising platform that allows you to target your potential customers as precisely as Facebook. And those in the know that the secret to successful marketing is marketing to people who will like your product or service. When a person clicks the like button on Facebook, Facebook knows what they are interested in, enabling you to market to that person. The number of people on Facebook in a given market is huge. For example, there are 60 million people on Facebook in just the US who have said they like pets. You can see here, this is directly out of Facebook's ad manager. Pets, United States, 60 million people. If you were selling to pet owners, you can market specifically to them on Facebook. And Facebook has a large array of different interests, different types of art, food, just about any kind of hobby you can imagine, business-related, fashion-related, sports teams, you name it. Facebook has those demographics, and you can hone down the demographic, the type of people that would be interested in what you are offering, and advertise specifically to them on Facebook. The first step is building social proof through people liking your page. Now, what social proof is, if you have a Facebook page, when someone lands on your page for the first time, and if there's nothing on your page, if it's bare, they're going to think, well, is there something wrong with this company, this author, this person? If, on the other hand, there are a lot of likes on your page, people are commenting, people are sharing, people are liking the posts, and you have it well populated, you have what's called social proof. Facebook is like the new word of mouth for the digital age. When people see a popular Facebook page, they automatically begin to believe that the page, what the page is offering, must have popularity, it must have worth, it must have value, and they're more likely to partake in whatever service, product, or offering the page has. Here's an example of a page that we had done, about a year ago or so. And some of our clients are art galleries and artists, and we decided to put up a page for them where they could share their art, or we would share our clients' art on the page. Now, you can see that this particular page has 9,000 likes, and we ran an ad, what we call a like campaign ad, targeted to people who were interested in art, and we were getting likes for about 3 cents each. You know, at $1 a day, that's 33 likes per day, or about 1,000 likes per month. And it doesn't take too long, and is really not that expensive, to start growing your social proof quickly. And of course, if you have a bigger budget, you can grow it all that much quicker. This is an actual line out of Facebook's ad manager. You can see the name of the page. This means right here that we have it paused. We didn't run this campaign all that long. Page likes. This is the number of page likes in this particular period. This was 1 day's worth of likes. How much it costs per like. And you can see here that at $1, that's 33 likes per dollar. And in a month, you could have 1,000 likes, and for really just $30 or $1 a day. Getting inexpensive yet targeted likes from people who are interested in what you have to offer isn't difficult, yet it is little known. And part of what I'm going to do in this presentation is give you some of the secrets I've learned over time to show you how to get inexpensive page likes. On some future videos coming up soon, I will also be talking about other aspects of actual Facebook advertising. Depending on what kind of what your goal is, the type of ad and how you do it and how you put it together on Facebook's ad manager is very, very different. They're very different from each other, and you have to use a different strategy. If you use Facebook's default, often you'll see something like this on your page: get likes from people nearby, or boost your page, boost your post, and you just promote your page. If you push that button, you'll end up paying a lot of money for your likes, and they won't be targeted very well. So you don't want to use Facebook's default promote page ad. It's easy, but if you do, you'll be paying a lot more than you need to, and you won't be targeting your audience as well. Targeting is one of the most important things if you want to get a quality following on your page and do it for the least amount of money. In this example, I'm using artists, and as these are for people who may be artists or art galleries, and obviously they would be interested in people liking their page who have an interest in art. Someone who's interested in pets but has never showed any interest in fine art, that wouldn't be a like that's going to do you a whole lot of good on your page. It may look good for your ego having a lot of those likes, and there are companies that sell all kinds of likes from guys and girls that geeks, and in some countries like India or the Philippines and Pakistan, who all they do all day and all night is sit on their computer and like pages that they have no interest in, but they get paid a few pennies for so many likes that they do that, and that's how they make a living. Those likes, again, will actually harm you more than help you in the long run, because there's something called in Facebook page rank. Page rank is similar to Google's search engine algorithm. A lot of people don't realize that Facebook does not automatically or by default show your content on Facebook's newsfeed. And the newsfeed is like the home page of Facebook. It is different than your business page, but that's the feed that comes up when you first pull up Facebook. And if you have a low page rank, then whatever content you have on your page will not get shown to people, even if they've liked your page. How Facebook calculates page rank determines that their algorithm is secret. However, we do know that it is based largely upon how popular the posts are on your page. And that means how often people will comment on your posts on your page, how often they may like the content, the posts on your page, or share it, or click on it. If you have people just liking your page that have no interest in your page, obviously they're not going to ever go back to look at your content, will have no interest in it. Your page rank will drop, and you can have thousands of posts on your page, but very, very few people will see them. And you can actually see that by what's called reach. Now, I wanted to give you just an example to show you how dramatic reach is. This is one of our clients. They're an art gallery. It's a page out of a report we give them once a month. Number of users reached in the past month, 85,293. That's a lot of eyes, and those are unique people. In other words, they have a little over 8,000 likes. However, they have over 10 times that many people seeing their content that they post on their page every month. So you can see how reach is actually a more important number than likes. However, one way you expand reach dramatically is through quality likes, and they have to be quality likes. The reason for that is that when a person likes a page, they see your like ad, call it an audience building ad, They click on that, and then their friends, or at least a good percentage of their friends, will see that they like such and such a page. And maybe it's you have a restaurant, and Joe's Diner, let's say, is the name of your restaurant. When someone clicks like on your like ad, the person who clicked on it, their friends will see on their newsfeed that John, say your name's John, or Sally, if your name's Sally, Sally or John, liked this page, Joe's Diner. Because they're your friends, there's a good chance that they will have similar interests in you. Maybe you like to eat, and you like good food, and your friends would be interested in what you like, so they're going to check out that page. At least they have a good likelihood of checking out that Joe's Diner page as well. And perhaps some of them, a percentage of them, actually like the page too. They liked it because you liked it, and it's the reason why you liked it is because you like the content, you like the food there, and because they have similar interests, the chances are higher that they'll like it too. And then again, their friends may see, or a good percentage of their friends will see that they like the page. Your friend liked the page in their news feed. And so you can see how it grows exponentially. And that's why reach is another, besides social proof, it's another big advantage of increasing your page likes, and why it's a reason you want to get a good steady, and I like steady likes, a good steady stream of likes coming into your page. And what this is all about is how you can do that inexpensively. Another number that's also very impressive is impressions. Impressions, in this case, impressions are the number of times your page content is actually shown. Reached is the number of people who saw it, but they can see it more than once. It may be shown to them more than once. The number of times it's actually shown is impressions, and in this case, our client's getting over 670,000 impressions a month. That's how often their content is shown, even though they only have 8,000 likes on the page. This is the number of people who were reached through their top 10 most engaged, which means popular posts. So just an example of how important likes can be and how they can be a benefit to you. So getting inexpensive yet targeted likes from people who are interested in what you have to offer isn't difficult. Yet how to do it Facebook isn't necessarily going to tell you how to do it. And if you use the default values and how they tell you how to do it, you're not going to be able to get the best quality likes, and it's going to cost you a lot. So don't use Facebook's default promote page, even though it seems like it's easier and you just click a button and pay your money and hope that it gives you some likes. And it will give you some likes, but you'll end up paying a lot more than you need to. A little bit about myself. My name is Karl Gerber, and I've been running successful social media marketing campaigns for businesses ever since social media marketing started to become known. I've been running both Google AdWords and Facebook advertising campaigns for clients since Facebook started making their advertising platform available. My clients have included lawyers, restaurants, art galleries, artists, authors, even psychics, coaches, and a graduate school, a college that offers actually graduate degrees in counseling and therapy. That particular client, the college, doubled their enrollment during the first year I began creating social media campaigns for them. During this time, I've uncovered many secrets to running effective yet surprisingly inexpensive Facebook ad campaigns. And now I'd like to share what I've learned with people who are interested in tapping into the power of Facebook's sophisticated ad platform so they can rapidly increase their business. All right, let's get to it. Let's start actually doing an actual page like campaign, audience building campaign. Up in the top right-hand corner, Facebook has made this a lot easier than it used to be. Click on this, get your drop down. Now there's two ways you can do this. You can go to advanced options or you can do to promote your page. If you do promote your page, it'll fill in your page for you. Okay, so we'll click on that. Now you can see it filled in the page. If you went to, but it fills in your page for you. And then you immediately go to this little gear on the bottom left. Click on that. It says Advanced Options. You want to go to Advanced Options because that's going to give you more options than initially. But because you went through Promote Your Page first, it does fill in your page. You can go directly to Advanced Options if you want. It really doesn't matter. But this way it does fill in some of that for you. Next thing we want to do is to upload an image. Now your image wants to be something that's going to grab people's attention. Okay. All right. Another, and actually here it's giving you the recommended size of 1200 by 444 pixels. They're doing that because that way it'll fit all their different ad formats. On a like image, it's going to be much smaller because we're only going to be doing the right-hand column to keep our costs down. However, you'll be on the safe side for everything if you follow their 1200 by 444. All right. So, because Facebook will shrink that down for you as long as you have those dimensions. So let's upload an image. I have one here. All right. There, it's uploading. So I'm going to get rid of this image. And you can see it here. Facebook cropped it. All right. And now we have an image. Since this is for people who are interested in art, I have one related to art. You can use images that have faces in them, eyes. When the person's looking at you, it's good, gets their attention. But you want to have something that's going to get attention, not just a boring, if you're a plumber, not just, for example, not just a plumber with a wrench in his hand, you know, with a bored look on his face. You could show a pipe exploding, water all over the place. That could get people's attention, but it is important. Now, the other thing you can do is you can do different ads, and I might mention this at the end, and it is a good idea to test your ads. And you can test your ads to see what images convert the best by doing more than one and comparing them. All right. Next step is we want to add our text. Now, on a like ad, the text we want to be very simple, easy to read, quick to read. It's going to be in the right-hand column of Facebook, again, not in the actual news feed. So you want it, and it's smaller when it's in the right-hand column. Okay. And I'll show you here, actually. Notice here it says desktop newsfeed. We don't want that because that's going to be more expensive. Okay. Mobile newsfeed is the next one down. Mobile is a little bit more expensive than desktop. If you're really on a tight budget, you may want to remove the mobile. However, on Facebook in particular, I've found that between 60 and 80% now access Facebook through their mobile device, mobile phones primarily. So it is you will get a bigger audience that way. Right column is you always want to have the right column. Now, if you click on that and take a look, you can see it's considerably smaller size than the newsfeed ad. Now, remember. I really need to emphasize, if you're doing other types of ads, you will use a very different strategy. You want to use desktop newsfeed ads for lead generation or promoting a product, for example. This is just for getting page likes, inexpensive page likes. All right. So I jumped ahead a little bit, but this is your ad placement. Right column, definitely mobile newsfeed could cost a little bit more, but you will get a lot more people. Desktop newsfeed, I would not recommend it at this time. But you can see it's much bigger. But for these particular ads, it's going to cost you more because it uses more real estate on Facebook, so they charge you more for it. So we'll remove that, and we'll just have we'll show the right-hand column and the mobile newsfeed. All right. Next, the text in the ad. All right, there's two parts of it. One reason we use the advanced interface is because if you use, I can probably just show you here, if you were to use just the promote your page and not the advanced options, if you did, remember we did this in 2 steps, but if you just did this step, you have no way to the text here. You can change, let's look at right hand column. You can change this text here, but you can't change this headline here. Right? No way to do it on this. So by clicking on, going here and going to the advanced screen, we can show advanced options. We can change the headline, which is here. All right, makes sense? So that's another reason why we're using the advanced screen. For like ads, audience building, I'd like to do something that's simple, clear, and with a call to action. A call to action where you actually tell the person what to do. So in this case, we're going for art lovers, so I would say love art, question mark. All right, so you can see here, love art, okay. So headline, love art. Below the headline, something like you want to call to action. Say like. And it's not a good idea, and Facebook doesn't like it either, to have caps on all of this, but you can emphasize a word like I do here in caps, the like this page. Put it in quotation so it really stands out. All right. So you can see here, here's the headline, love art, like this page. And then down below, Facebook puts this nice little button here for you. So when this person sees this, all they need to do is click on this button right here, and they have liked your page. All right. Now, the next thing that's very important is your audience. Notice here, Facebook gives you how many, the reach, that is how many people can potentially see this ad depending on your budget. All right. Look here in the simple, if you just had clicked on the promote your page and not gone to the advanced section, you don't see that. You have no way of knowing what that reach is. And I'll show you down here, this is much simpler as well. They give you a little estimate here, but it's not really really accurate. So this is what you want to see, reach, and you get that in your advanced screen. All right, now the age, depending on I'm going to start with the age. Depending on what your product is, you may want to adjust your age. For example, we're selling art. Say I'm an art gallery or an artist. Now, an 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old may be interested in art, but if it's fine art, if it's expensive art, the chances are that people who are, say, 35 years old and above are going to have more disposable income to become art collectors and so on. You have a choice of age here. You can do it by gender. But here's one of the secrets of keeping your costs down. Again, this only applies to like ads. If you're doing other types of ads, you use a completely different strategy. The strategy is the more broad all of these are, the cheaper your likes are going to be. So the geographical. If you have one city in one town versus several countries all over the world, your audience is going to get much smaller. So for example, if I go El Paso, Texas, my audience went down to 174,000 from 90 million people. I think it was 90 million, was it? All right. And if if I do, yeah, it's 90 million if I do the United States, all right, versus a city. So here's the strategy then. Knowing that, it partly depends on your type of business, what kind of audience you want, and what kind of likes you want, and how quickly you want likes on your page. So if your product is, if you sell internationally, great. Put down all the countries you sell to for sure, because that's going to give you the biggest reach, the biggest number of people here. All right. If you are a local company, say a pizza, you sell pizzas, your restaurant, obvious, and you're in Los Angeles, obviously you're not going to. People who like your page in New York or in Istanbul are really not your potential customers. Maybe they'll at some time, if they really like you, but they take a trip to Los Angeles sometime, they remember you're there and go to your restaurant. But in general, they're not going to be the type of people you want liking your Facebook page. However, there may be some benefit in the beginning if you have a brand new page and you just want to establish some social proof quickly and cheaply, and you have a limited budget. Maybe you want to attract a bunch of foodies to your restaurant in throughout the United States, okay? And so your first 200, 300, 400, 500 likes, maybe you want to go broad, knowing that some of those people, in fact, a lot of those people may not actually be your eventual customers, but when someone goes to your page for the first time, they see that it's a popular page, okay? I'm not saying you have to do that strategy, but you could do that strategy. Now, there's a limit to that. You don't want to do that for all your likes, because people in New York City are less likely to be commenting and liking your content on your page if your restaurant's in Los Angeles, for example. And the more commenting and liking of your posts and that type of thing, the more that happens, the more Facebook likes it. And the more Facebook's going to show your content on Facebook news feed, which is real important. And we'll be talking about more, and that's called page rank, and how often Facebook shows your content on the news feed. Your page content on the news feed is called page rank. And we'll talk more about that in future videos. But just know that it's a big misnomer that number of likes equals number of people seeing your content. It doesn't work that way at all. You have to have the likes, but if you have boring content, or if your likes are not real people who are actually interested in your product, your content isn't going to show in Facebook's news feed. It'll very quickly, your reach, which is the number of people who see your page, as we gave an example earlier, will go down to zilch. All right. So in this case, we are an art gallery, and say we do have some international, some people in other countries. I'm just going to do some for example: United Kingdom, Canada, Ireland, Australia. Okay. So by doing so, we've gone up to 124 million people. Now, we need if you wanted to put some countries like that are not perhaps native speakers of your language, like in this case, if we're in the U.S., it would be English, like I just put Spain there, and however, you want to only show the ad to English-speaking people, even though they're in countries that may not have English as a native language, you can enter a language here, all right, English all, and that means that even if someone is in a foreign country, a country that doesn't speak, is not whatever language your country's in is not native to them, it will still it'll only show ads to people who speak English, all right, which is going to be a better audience for you in most cases. All right, now the next big one is interests. Facebook gives you all kinds of different categories. If you are a pet shop, pets, look how many people in those countries I listed here are on Facebook interested in pets. 40 million people. That's a lot of people. That's a huge audience. All right. So if you have a mail order company, a pet store that sells internationally, by all means, make sure you include all the countries you sell to. You're going to be getting some very inexpensive likes, but very good quality likes. In our case, so whatever it happens to be, if you're a restaurant, food and drink might be something you'd be interested in. All right, people would be interested in. 74 million people are interested in food and drinks. All right, what if we went just Italian food? All right. Italian cuisine. Okay. Now it's asking us, Italian cuisine is narrower than food and drink, or it's food and drink contains Italian cuisine. So it's saying, do you want to just do Italian cuisine? Sure, why not? All right. Now you'll see that this went down about quite a bit to now 6.2 million people. But what I wanted to show you is there's all kinds of different audiences you can target to. There's other places too, behaviors, other categories. But for like campaigns, really interests is what you want to use. And in this case, since we're doing art and particularly collectible and fine art, let's go fine art. All right. And now look what Facebook is starting to do. It's helping us out now. It's starting to give us some other categories that are related. And as I scroll here, you can see over here, it'll give me the number of people that are on Facebook that are interested in this, and a number of people you can target. So let's put oil painting, all right, watercolor painting, abstract art, futurism. Was that? Did we get futurism? Okay. That was folium. Okay, cubism, contemporary. Oops. And so on. Each time we added a new category, you can see in contemporary there's 14 million people if we did all of Facebook. Of course, we got it narrowed down to just the US right now, but our audience is 6.4 million. Okay, so that's a lot of people, and you're going to get some very reasonable likes. Actually, not just US, but these the number that Facebook gives you here is for all of Facebook. Once you actually add that, it'll filter out any country that's not in here and any age group that's not in here. Okay, so now as you can see, we've got a good audience, and you're going to find that the likes are going to be very reasonable. Again, if you are a local business and you only sell in a specific town, your likes are going to be more expensive. However, if you want to build up some cheaper likes initially, you may want to maybe go national just for your first 100 or 200 likes, and then change it to your city. Okay, so if we were going to change this to Los Angeles, okay. All right. And if we got rid of these, go to Canada and Australia. Okay, Los Angeles was 25 miles, 142,000 versus, over 10 million, what it was, before it was over 10 million. So the ad is going to be shown to less people over time. It'd be a little more expensive, but if that was just our market, Los Angeles, because we were a local business, that's where you would eventually want to target to. One last step, all right, and that is bidding, okay? Now there's different types of bidding. The campaign Facebook has named for you. That's the name of your page, and it's called Page Likes, okay? You can change the name of your campaign, and I'm going to go into detail about this in other videos. But Facebook basically talks about your campaign, which is your overall bucket for your ads, you could say. Your campaign is where you, it's like a general category, all right? It also has your objectives, which means Facebook has different objectives, and again, I won't go into detail about it, but this particular objective is page likes. Another objective could be, for example, clicks to your website, all right? And Facebook will help you optimize your ad to fulfill that objective, which is nice because if you want clicks to your website, Facebook will actually help you do that because Facebook, in their big computer brain, keeps track of people that tend to click links to websites. That's one of the ways they can help optimize your ad for that. So in this case, they will automatically tell you or help you out by saying, okay, this campaign is a page like campaign. You can see down here it even shows in bidding is optimized for page likes. All right. You could do optimize for clicks and impressions, but keep this at default. It's the best thing for now. Set your budget. Here's one thing about budget, all right? Now notice they're doing $5 a day. The way Facebook works is place your order down here and you activate your ad. Your first likes are going to be much more expensive, and so you need to let it run for 2 or 3 days before it starts to level out at lower numbers, because basically what Facebook is doing in their optimization process is they're showing blocks of the ads they're showing the ad to blocks of people, and some of those people will click like, some of them won't, and it is keeping track of the type of person who's more likely to click the likes on your ad. And as it does so, and that optimization takes place over time, the price every time somebody clicks that like button on your ad will go down. So don't freak out in the beginning thinking, oh my God, this is so expensive. Let it go 2 or 3 days and it will level off to basically what it's going to be for the remainder of the ad, at least for the next month or so. All right. So one thing you want to do the first 2 or 3 days is don't make this super low, because it could very well be that it's costing you. If you made this $1, for example, okay, and it's costing you starting when Facebook's starting out, the first day or two, and the very first ad clicks, the likes are more expensive. Maybe they're over $1. Say maybe they're $1.02. Guess what? In your budget, you're not going to get any likes at all, and the ad's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to basically die. So if you're on a really tight budget and you can only do $1 a day, at least the first few days, take it up a little higher, maybe $5 a day or something like that. If you really want a lot more likes, some people do $100 a day if they really want to just bust their likes wide open and get that social proof in a hurry. The point is, don't go, even if you're on a tight budget, don't go super low in the beginning, because your ad may not go anywhere and Facebook will have difficulty optimizing it. And sometimes that can mean that ultimately you'll be paying more for the ad because Facebook hasn't been able to run all the different variations, because it goes over your budget each time it tries. Make sense? All right. I would keep these the same. Optimize for page likes. All right. 2 more things. We're coming down to the wire. On your budget, you have the per day option, which is the one I normally use for like campaigns. For other types of ads, sometimes I use the lifetime budget option, and the difference is the lifetime budget option is you have to have a start date and an end date, and then you give a budget for that time. So for example, this is for a month and the budget is $350, and Facebook will space out the budget evenly through that month. You can change the end date if you want to something else, maybe make it more like 2 weeks or something like that. That's 9 days. That's about a week, actually. And then, of course, your daily is going to be more expensive because the 350 is going to be divided by 9 days versus 30 days. But normally we do a per day on our like campaigns. You can still set a start date and an end date on your like campaigns. If you just want to do it for a month to see how it goes, this is where you do it. The calendar will pop up and just put your dates in. So that's it. Again, keep your optimizer page likes the same. Finally, you're ready to place your order. But before you click on this place order button here, check your bid carefully that you have it right, because this is what you will get charged for, either on a daily or a lifetime. Make sure if it's $5, it's $5 instead of $500. If it's $100, make sure it's $100 instead of $1,000, and so on. Check that carefully, and then when you're ready, place your order. Again, why do page likes? It's going to keep a steady flow of new people, fresh people coming into your page that are going to comment. And if you do it high quality likes, you're going to build up that social proof. When other people go to your page and see that it has a lot of likes, they're going to believe that your page has value and what you're selling, or this, the product or service has value. It also helps, and this is the thing that's not normally talked about, but almost more important, and that is it greatly increases your reach, the number of times your content is shown on the newsfeed. But it only does so if you put good content on your page. So we haven't even talked about that, but when you have a Facebook business page, you want to put good content, interesting content on there, captivating content, not just things like, oh, today we have a sale, 30% off, 50% off. That doesn't work on Facebook. Facebook is a social platform. You can talk about your sales and your product, and you can sprinkle them in there in your posts. However, you really need to build up that trust of the audience, that social proof, and give interesting content so people keep coming back to your page. That's what it's all about. And so it's very different than traditional marketing. The mindset is very different. But that's where people are going to. 18, 20, and even 30-year-olds, they respond less and less to the traditional form of advertising. They want the social proof. They want to see their friends are buying it. They want to see you're giving value. They want to be able to feel like they know you and trust you, and know you're offering something interesting and or appealing. If you're a restaurant, they want to see on your page the good food and people commenting about your food and how delicious it is. They'd rather see that and will respond better to that than, oh, we got our happy hour today. And if you just post your happy hour post and nothing else, you're not going to get a very active page, and it's not going to do a whole lot for you. If instead you can talk about your drinks, how popular they are, about all the fresh fruit juices and handmade things you put in your drinks, or maybe you have something healthy. You can put some recipes on there, things like that. That's going to really make a big difference on your page. And that's what social media marketing is all about. Google AdWords, very different, very different. And we'll be doing some videos on how to work with Google AdWords as well, depending on the type of business you have, type of product. Some businesses, definitely Google AdWords is the way to go, because people are searching for something specifically. For example, if you're a plumber or do roof repairs or a personal injury attorney, Google AdWords. Because when people need your services, they need it now. They're going to do a search on Google or the other search engines, and when you come up on top, they're going to choose you. Facebook is different. If you're an author, or if you have gourmet food and or a restaurant and you're building your reputation, and people love to come to your page and share their experience at your restaurant, and talk about all the good things that your restaurant has, and the history, and the health benefits of the food you have. Good content like that, and people see that, they see their friends are seeing that, their friends are sharing it with each other. It's called inbound marketing, in that you're not going out to them, they're actually asking you to come to them. They're going to your page and to check it out, not because they're searching it for because they have a leaky pipe, but because they're interested in it. And when they see your page and they see the content on your page and they have interest in that content, then that type of marketing is golden, because you have the social proof, which means their friends are saying good things about your product. You have interesting content, and more and more for those type of businesses that lend themselves to that type of marketing. People expect the social media. If you don't have your social media page, if there's nothing there, or if it's just a blank page, no activity, it's very unlikely that when someone sees that and they see another page, for example, two different restaurants, just using the restaurants as an example, one restaurant has people talking, liking, commenting, contributing to the page, and you have lots of good content on there, versus a page that's just empty, nothing's on there. Guess where people are going to go if they're looking for a new restaurant to go to. So with that, make sure, if you want more of this type of content, make sure you subscribe to the videos, and there's a button you can subscribe to, or go to the channel. This is Karl Gerber, and here's to your success.